Some weeks ago, I met a former friend of mine. We used to play when we were kids. We got in a conversation and we decided to meet. So last Sunday, I went to her house. She asked me if I remembered the Labrador she used to have. I did. She told me she still loves animals, which was great to hear. Nowadays, she has a dog and 2 cats, which she loves a lot. When I was cuddling one of the cats, she went into the kitchen, and when she came back, she had lunch. She grabbed a sandwich with ham and cheese and asked me if I have pets. No, I told her. She was confused. But I remembered you as an animal lover. I am, I told her. I have respect for animals, and I don't want them to be exploited in any way. Good afternoon, my name is Aline Ploeg. First of all, I want to thank the TEDx organization for having me to do this TED Talk about something that's really important to me. This is my first tattoo. It says, "A voice for those who can't speak." That is me. I haven't eaten meat for 31 years now, because I not only love animals, I have also respect for them. I'm going to tell you my reasons why, but not because I want to tell you what to do, what to think, what to feel, or what to eat. This is me, 4 years old. As you can see, I wasn't raised as a vegetarian. When we went on vacation, my mother made lunch. When we arrived at our final destination, we had homemade potato salad, white buns, boiled eggs, and sausages. I mostly liked the sausages. They were the best. This is me again, 10 years old. I was celebrating my birthday in a petting zoo with friends of mine, and we loved our day with all the animals. I think as humans, we have this natural connection with animals that won't go away. As children, we were learned that we don't have to harm animals, but that we have to love them. And when we walk through the woods and we catch a glimpse of a deer or maybe a beautiful butterfly, we feel excited. And when an animal is abused, we feel outraged. At home, I had my own rabbit. Her name was Pluis, and she was the love of my life at that time. Of course, I didn't eat rabbit, because that would be cruel, very cruel. Pluisje was also my first heartbreak when she died. At primary school, I had to give a lecture. I decided to talk about animal welfare because I liked animals a lot. I got a brochure and I saw a picture like this one. For the first time in my life, I saw the living condition of pigs in our Dutch factory farms. I was shocked. So this picture changed my mind and my whole life. My parents never asked me if I would like to eat these animals. It's just the way things are. We eat these animals. In movies, children see these animals. These are farmed animals too. Pigs, chickens, fish, all kinds of animals are superheroes in our DVDs. So the shock was enormous when I saw the picture, and I didn't want to contribute to this industry of meat anymore. I decided to become a vegetarian because I thought it wasn't fair to classify some animals as eatable and some animals as pets. Why love my rabbit and eat a pig? My parents, they hoped this veggie phase would end. They were concerned about my health, so we went to the doctor, but the doctor said that I'd probably be healthier than people who eat meat. So that was okay. More and more, I was thinking about the consequences of my food to the world. At an age of 16, I became an animal rights activist. And nowadays, I protest against all kinds of animal abuse, like the meat consumption, animal testing, and also the fur industry. Some years later, I became a vegan because I didn't want to use or eat any animal products anymore. People were calling me a fundamentalist, and they thought I was exaggerating my stories. That's why I decided to visit a slaughterhouse, a pig factory, and a factory where minks are bred for their fur. I was shocked about the conditions these animals live in, and I will never forget the screaming of the pigs in the slaughterhouse. These two pictures, strawberries and a pig. I think when we see the strawberries, we see something delicious. When I had these strawberries over here and I sliced them, it would smell sweet, delicious. I think we would like to eat them. But what about the pig? I think most of you will see cuteness, and other ones will see bacon, sandwich, sausage, I don't know. What if I had this animal over here and I sliced it? What would we smell? I don't think it will be delicious. It will be the smell of death, I think. What if I had this pig and the butcher's knife? Are there willing people to slaughter the pig? And are there people who will come up for this animal? I think humans have this passion, compassion for animals, so they will help the animal. Another animal, a dog. In our culture, dogs are pets. We love them. But in other cultures, pets and also cats are eaten. They are food. We think that's disgusting to eat a dog. What about these two? So it's disgusting to eat this animal, but not this animal. It's wrong to eat this animal. It's not wrong to eat that animal. Why don't we kill this animal for food, but do we kill that animal for food? We were told to love animals, but we are also told to eat animals. It's culture, and I'm convinced that our diet is a learned behavior. People often ask me why I am a vegan, why I became vegan. Well, my main reason is the compassion for the animals. As I told you before, these are the terrible conditions where animals in our Dutch factory farms live in. Animals are not seen as living creatures, but they are seen as things, as objects. In the Netherlands, every minute 1,000 animals are killed for our meat. So that means by the end of this speech, nearly 10 minutes, 10,000 animals are killed for human consumption. How is it possible that we don't find this disturbing? Because it's the story we were told. We are told that it's healthy to eat meat, that it's good for our bones to drink milk. We are told that it's natural to eat meat, drink milk, eat fish, use eggs. The milk industry. Cows that produce milk are often also in the intensive farming, as you can see on the pictures. The cows are artificially inseminated because they have to be pregnant over and over again to give milk, because otherwise a cow doesn't give milk. After birth, the calf is immediately taken away from her mother, and that calf goes to the meat industry. When a cow doesn't give enough milk anymore, it's killed. By the way, humans are the only animals that drink the milk from another animal, and besides that, animals are the only adults that still drink milk. I don't think that's very natural. The egg industry. Chickens are held in terrible conditions too, mostly. To produce eggs, we need female chickens. When the chickens are born, we also have the male chickens, and they are worthless for the egg industry. So they are killed immediately after they were born. This concerns 30 million male chickens every year in our country, so that's a lot. I don't really think we want to do this with animals, but we like the taste of them. So, I don't know. Nowadays, I have more reasons to eat plant-based and not to use any meat, fish, eggs, or milk anymore. World hunger is one of these reasons. More than 70% of all our acres we use to grow grains to feed the animals. For every pound of grain and soybeans that are fed to farmed animals, only a fraction is returned into the form of edible flesh. So that means that we are very inefficient with these foods. These foods can be used more efficient when we feed them directly to humans. I think it's very unfair to make food this way, while people are starving, every day 15,000 children are starving of hunger, well, we need the foods to feed our animals. Studies indicate that by eating meat, there is enough food and space to feed the world for now and in the future. The environment is a big reason too. What we eat, especially animal products, have a big impact on the environment. The intensive farming causes the biggest emission of greenhouse gases like CO2, so even more than all our transport. Besides that, the industry uses a lot of water and energy. We were told to live more energy efficient, and research shows that by eating plant-based, that's the only and most effective strategy for reducing the global warming. We all know that drinking a lot of alcohol or smoking have a bad influence on our well-being. And the way we eat, it's also very important. Whereas a poor diet may have injurious impact on our health, like heart disease, diabetes, obesity, and strokes, eating a lot of vegetables can improve our health. It provides us with all the nutrition we need. These are some examples of meals I make since I'm a vegan. They are made with vegetables, a lot of vegetables, tofu, whole grain pastas, rice, vegetables. There's a lot of food that can be eaten if you eat plant-based. I think there are many reasons to eat plant-based. It's a way of thinking and acting that can be learned. And if you are interested in eating healthier and contributing to a better world, you can make the change. Any questions, you can email me at this email address. Thank you very much for your attention.